Hi, everybody, and welcome to your spring break. I wanted to answer a couple questions that a few students have asked, and they're good questions. And that is, how do I start this research? And the best place for you to go, because it is tough to do it on your own, is to get to our library resource guide or research guide. It's on our As You Learn page. I'm clicking on it now. And that'll take you over to this great resource that gets you into our library where I put all of the resources together. And look right over here under this thing called Web, the tab Web Resources. And you're going to see a list of lost art databases, the Lost Art Internet Database, Art Recovery International, the Jewish Virtual Library, Monumentsman Foundation, Getty Research Institute with the German Sales Catalog, and then the Gurlitt Art Trove. So looking at any of these, let's look at the Smithsonian's list of lost art. And you can see the general databases. Something like lootedart.com is going to be very helpful. So if you go there, you'll see information databases and object databases. If you go to an object database, you can look for a work of art by a particular artist. So in this case, I'm just going to show you, you can do something like Picasso, first name Pablo, and once you've watched the Rape of Europa, you've learned about a couple different artists, and I do a search, and we've got 16 results just for Pablo Picasso. That means all of these were somehow touched by World War II. So let's just click on one of them. I know this one, The Head of a Woman. And it tells the story of how in 1995 it was allocated to the Tate Gallery. So there's a gap in its provenance, its history, and some information, how to get the information of what happened to it. Or if we look to, let's see, another example, composition here, we see this was part of the Gurlitt German Art Trove, and it was in the Linz Museum. And here is a whole report that tells of the history of this work of art. And you can go here to find that out. So that's one example of the lost art databases. You can also look at the Getty Research Institute, the German sales catalogs. That gives you a lot of information there. You can look at the sales catalogs and go through any works of art there around, if you take somewhere around 1940, 39 to 41, anything sold in that time would be a good starting point for your research. And if you want to look at the Lost Art Internet Database, you can do found object reports and search request basics there. This also has the Gurlitt Art Trove on it. And Art Recovery International is another place to look. This is going to give you some background information, and you can do a search there. If you want to, you can go to any number of museums in the United States to their website and also see if they have a provenance database. I think our Lost Art Internet database and the Smithsonian list with looted art in particular is going to give you a lot of information. For example, there's a new handbook that was just brought together in January 2018, so this is really new information, and can get you really the most up-to-date resources. So one other thing let's take a look at is the Lost Art Database. Let me get to that. Look at the Gurlitt Art Trove, okay? And if we want to do a search, let's look for a search again for Picasso, see if there's anything found there. And we've got plenty. Here's 6 different pages, 54 results. And you'll see there's a lost art ID. And you can take that lost art ID and do a search for it. So hopefully this gets you on the road to finding your work of art, and let me know if I can be of any more help.